A few months ago, a man named Larry Sylvester, American from Florida, died on the streets of Pattaya, Thailand. He wasn't famous, he was just a normal dude, an everyday brother who decided to live beyond the borders of the Matrix. But today, he's gone. And here's the part that should shake every one of us to our core. Nobody knew who to call. A lot of my friends are older than I am, and one of my golf buddies made a suggestion about a year ago that we should all have each other's contact information in case of emergency. At the time I found out about it, his name was just on the police report. His passport was probably in a drawer. But back in Florida, somebody's mother, somebody's sister, somebody's best friend might have never known what ended up happening. Back when it first happened, authorities were scrambling, trying to figure out how to reach his family, but they had no idea where to start. This isn't just a story about Larry. This could have been any one of us. And that's why I'm doing this What If You series. Episode 1 was, what happens if you get a woman pregnant in Thailand? Now, we need to talk about something more serious. What happens if you die in Thailand? We all come out here chasing something. Peace, paradise, a second chance, a fresh chapter. We dream of beaches, better lifestyles, lower costs, and maybe even love. But what most of us don't plan for is the ending. We plan the trip, not the exit. We prepare for the landing, but not the shipping. Larry's story isn't just an isolated tragedy. It's a cautionary tale, because every single year, hundreds of foreigners die here in Thailand. And many of them end up exactly like Larry, alone, unidentified, and unreachable. Think about that for a second. You could be living your best life overseas one moment and gone the next, with nobody knowing who to contact, what to do with your remains, or how to get you home. Some people get so distraught they end it all in and believe it or not, this happens all the time. And when it happens, your story doesn't just end with a funeral surrounded by family. It ends in a hospital morgue in a foreign country with strangers trying to piece together the puzzle of your life. Now we're going to break down step by step what happens when you die in Thailand. Because understanding the system might just save you or someone you love from disappearing into it. The moment a foreigner, or farang as the Thais call us, dies here, whether you're from Canada, Australia, England, or anywhere besides Thailand, the Thai police are called first. They secure the scene, collect the evidence, and file a death report. If anything looks suspicious, there's a full investigation. If not, they proceed with the standard protocol. Next, the body is transferred to a local hospital. In most cases, the Thai law requires an autopsy, especially for foreigners. It's not a choice, it's mandatory. This can take several days or even weeks, and until that's complete, the body isn't released. From there, Immigration and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs are notified. Then it becomes the job of your embassy to step in. They'll try to contact your next of kin, but there's a catch. They can only do that if they know who to contact. If there's no emergency contact on file or your information is outdated, the trail goes cold. And if nobody steps forward to help, that's where the story gets even colder. If your family isn't located quickly, your body is held, sometimes for weeks, sometimes for months, in a hospital morgue. Officials will keep trying, but their resources are limited. Embassies don't pay for repatriation. They don't arrange funerals, and they don't chase down long-lost relatives on social media. In some cases, the remains of foreigners have been held in Thai morgues for 6 months or longer, while authorities try to make contact. Others are quietly cremated or buried locally, their stories fading away, without somebody back home ever knowing what happened or how to find them. In 2022, a British man died alone in Chiang Mai. No contacts, no next of kin. His remains sat unclaimed for nearly a year before the local monks performed a motion ceremony. Another man, an Australian, passed away in Bangkok with no insurance and no family to pay the repatriation costs. His friends had to raise $12,000 through GoFundMe just to get him home. And that doesn't even count the expenses once you get him home. These aren't horror stories, these are everyday realities. And Larry's situation is now part of the same story. A man gone too soon, while strangers search for anyone, who knows how to reach his family. At the time of Larry's passing, I was just hoping that by the time the video's out, somebody would be there with updates. I'm pretty sure by now his family's been notified and he's in the best situation he could be in. But it costs money to die. Matter of fact, let's talk about costs. Most people never think about the financial side of dying overseas, but you need to. We all need to. If your family decides to bring you home, the average cost of repatriation is anywhere from $8,000 to $15,000 USD. That covers embalming, transportation, paperwork, and air freight. Insurance might cover some of it, but many policies don't. And if you don't have a plan, that money comes straight out of pocket. There was a situation out here I know of. I'm not going to say any names, but a man had a stroke and died here. A GoFundMe was started to bring him home, and it's my understanding that the daughter kept all the money. True story. Now, if your body isn't repatriated, there's still cost. Storage fees, cremation fees, transportation to a temple. Families back home might not even be prepared for any of that. And if no one can pay, local authorities will often handle the remains themselves, usually through cremation, sometimes with a Buddhist ceremony, often without any family present. None of this is malicious. The Thai system just isn't built to handle the emotional complexity of foreigners with no local ties. The responsibility falls on us to make sure our stories don't end as a mystery. It's important to understand what happens if you're not repatriated. In Thai culture, cremation is the standard practice. Monks may chant over the body, perform merit-making rituals, and hold a brief ceremony. It's respectful, it's dignified, but it may not be the kind of burial you'd expect back in the Matrix. If your loved ones wanted burial, that's possible, but far less common and definitely more expensive. Without any clear instructions from you, authorities make decisions based on practicality, not sentiment. And if no family is found, temples sometimes step in to ensure the body is cremated respectfully. There are nameless urns across Thailand holding the ashes of foreigners who vanished from paperwork. Their stories erased from history. Actually, maybe some people prefer it that way, especially if they jumped. Every year, over 1,200 foreigners die in Thailand. Many are retirees living their dream, others are tourists on holiday. Traffic accidents are the leading cause, often involving motorbikes. Heart attacks and sudden medical conditions follow close behind. But the common thread isn't how they die, it's what happens after. Most people never plan for this part of the journey, and I'm guilty of it too. And many still won't, even after watching this video. Their stories end up like Larry's, alone, uncertain, unfinished. Once again, I'm sure by now Larry's family from Florida has probably figured out everything and they got everything handled. But in case they haven't, contact the U.S. Embassy in Thailand. All right, Elle, I got a question for you. If something were to happen to me, I'm getting older. Like, if something were to happen to me, what would you do?
I don't know. I'm nothing.
You don't know?
I'm nothing now.
Would you go out and get a boyfriend?
Right.
What would you
I think I don't not want. Just I finished. I think I'm finished. I'm not one. I think I'm alone.
Really? Girl, you can't be alone with them big old legs. Somebody gonna try. You think so?
Try.
I don't know, baby. Elle seems to think she'd live the rest of her life alone. I don't know about all that. However, you can check out the whole interview when I talked to Elle about this on her channel. Make sure to subscribe to Elle Boogie Live. Now let's get into the survival checklist. Here's your survival checklist. And I want every single one of us living abroad to write this down, no matter what country you're in outside the Matrix. Number 1, register your emergency contact with your embassy as soon as you arrive. Number 2, give a trusted person in country copies of your passport, family contacts, and medical history. Number 3, get travel or expat insurance that includes repatriation coverage. Number 4, keep digital copies of important documents in the cloud. Number 5, write a simple will stating your final wishes. Number 6, designate a point of contact, someone who will answer the call. Number 7, carry an emergency contact card in your wallet or phone. Number 8, she didn't have to tell you guys this, but avoid risky behavior, especially motorbikes, alcohol, and illegal substances. Number 9, talk to your family about your plans before you move abroad. And number 10, review and update everything yearly. This isn't about being paranoid, it's about being responsible. Because one day, the unthinkable could happen to any of us. At the end of the day, this isn't really a story about death. It's a story about life and how fragile it is. We spend so much time planning how to live that we forget to plan how to leave. We build new lives outside the matrix, chasing dreams in places we used to only watch on TV. But none of us are promised tomorrow. Not here, not back home, not anywhere. Larry's story was just a reminder that no matter how far we travel, we're still mortal. The choices we make or the ones we avoid can ripple long after we're gone. So let this be more than content. Let it be a cautionary tale. Because one day, every story ends.
When the saints go marching in, when the saints go marching in, when the saints go marching in. Run from me, the drum beat it go dumb, did it when they come for me, the gun speak it go bitty bit bang. When my blood run, feet hit the concrete till I'm numb. Keep running from kingdom, come where I'm from. That's the reason I'm gone. Young and you ain't even seen the season I'm on. Wonder how they do it, don't know how we get it done. If you and you know you could never get it wrong. If you blew it, know I flew it from the moment it begun. Can't undo it, and it's no excuses for the way you sung. Put you through it though, and I just do it cause I know it's fun. Do it stupid cause I know it, and I know I won. When you hit a horn, you know it's on, it ain't no one-on-one. Don't ignore it, can't avoid it, but you ain't the only one. You can't destroy it, and you can't enjoy it cause you got none. Oh Lord, hear the chorus, here we come. When the saints go marching,
Live boldly, plan wisely, and prepare, not just for the journey, but for that final destination we all eventually take.
when the saints go marching in, when the saints go marching in, when the saints go marching in, when the saints go marching in.
And remember, love each other, protect each other, and respect each other. See you tomorrow.
Pray for the blessings, not the curse. Some win, some lose, I come up first. From Chicago to Inglewood, Hawthorne, Hollywood, skirt off to Thailand, Southeast Asia. Watch the Richie Mac show or go to church. Either way, it all works. Pray for the blessing, not the curse. Some win, some lose, I come up first. From Chicago to Inglewood, Hawthorne, Hollywood, skirt off to Thailand, Southeast Asia. Watch the Richie Mac show or go to church. Either way, it all works. I like the cash, I like the cars, I like the clothes, I like the work, I like the perks, I like the shows, I like the blow, I like the herbs, I like the snow, but I don't like the cops or the jails or the POs. I like the girls, I like the head, I like the throat, I like the ones who love to gag and start to choke. Damn. I like the shy, I like the more, I like the bold, but I don't like the dry or the ones who run from pole. I like the dance, I like the shake, I like the groove, I like the drink, I like the wine, I like the booze, I like the whites, I like the Asians, I like the youth, but I don't like the whack or the ones who got no moves. I like the long, I like the short, I like the real, I like the fake, I like the make, I like the feels, I like the dark, I like the tan, I like the pale, but I don't like the broke or the ones who got no spray. Pray for the blessing, not the curse. Some win, some lose, I come up first. From Chicago to Inglewood, Hawthorne, Hollywood, skirt off to Thailand, Southeast Asia. Watch the Richie Mac show or go to church. Either way, it all works. Pray for the blessing, not the curse. Some win, some lose, I come up first. From Chicago to Inglewood, Hawthorne, Hollywood, skirt off to Thailand, Southeast Asia. Watch the Richie Mac show or go to church. Either way, it all works.